In this video, we will talk about the simulator mode of the Wheelhouse 2 charting program. Clicking on the primary icon, we see that one of the modes that you can start the charting program in is simulator, so click on that. Notice that in the simulator mode, the support modules do not load. This is because in simulator mode you don't need vessel, AIS vessel information and own GPS receiver information, because you're going to simulate all of that. So once you advance to the F1 charting screen, press D to zoom down, and then you can use the right arrow to rotate clockwise the heading and line your vessel up there. Then you can use the up arrow to increase the speed. Notice the speed here, and I can use up arrow to increase it. And use, like I said, use left and right arrow to rotate the heading one way or the other. And then the down arrow is to decrease the speed. Notice the speed is decreasing. So there's my vessel with a heading and course of 123 degrees and a speed over the ground of 1 knot. Now, I might need to have some remote vessels. Let's suppose that I want a vessel right where the cursor is there. If I click on the center button of the mouse. Now, if you don't have a center button of the mouse, you click on the right and left mouse buttons at the same time, such as a laptop computer. Press them simultaneously, and that's the same thing as if you had a center wheel button on a mouse. So I'm going to press on my center button on my mouse, and this screen appears, and I can now enter the course, and I'm going to say my course is 340 degrees, heading 340 degrees, and a speed of 1 knot. And here I can select the type of vessel, whether it's SEND, AIS Class B, or AIS. I guess I'll just select AIS. And my vessel appears. And so there we go. Now let's suppose I want to compute an intercept time, so I click on it, and there's my intercept time. I'm going to meet my own vessel here is going to meet this remote AIS vessel in 22 minutes and 31 seconds and counting down. Now if I speed up my own vessel, I'm going to press the up arrow. You can notice how the location and the time at which I meet the remote vessel gets closer to the remote vessel, since I'm speeding up but the remote vessel is not. And I can have more than one remote vessel. Let's say there's another one over here. Center click the mouse button, or click the left and right button at the same time. And let's say I've got another vessel there at 300 degrees and also a speed of 1 knot. Let's say 2 knots for this one. Let's say it's a SEND vessel. Now notice currently the way the system is configured is that the triangle indicating the remote vessel, it's a triangle at a certain zoom level, the remote vessels are triangles. SEND is blue and AIS is green. And let's zoom down, and the scaled vessel appears. We could click on this one to get an intercept on it. So we'll meet this particular vessel, the SEND vessel, in 15 minutes and 34 seconds. So we can have as many remote vessels as we want to have, and of any of the 3 possible types. If you press F9 here, you can see the 2 remote vessels. Now let's see, are there any other particular things that you might want to do? And notice also that because the support modules did not load, I could, if I wanted to, have another instance. Let's squeeze up this screen. Let's say I want another instance of a simulation mode, just for who knows what reason. and I click on simulator, and I can have another instance. Now, of course, if the support modules were loaded, then I couldn't have any more instances of. I can only have one instance of Wheelhouse 2 where the support modules are loaded. So I just wanted to point out this is in the case of a simulation mode, support modules aren't loaded. Same thing is true for when you're replaying a log file. The support modules are not loaded. Okay, so that's the summary of the simulator mode.